Hi everyone, welcome back to our Minimalism in May playlist series. Now I have some really good news for you guys. You have been really loving these videos. You've been subscribing, you've been liking, you've been commenting, and you've been sharing these videos with your family and friends. And as a thank you to you, I can proudly and excitedly announce that I'm going to be making more minimalism videos for you throughout the year. So if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, and of course you've switched on that notification button. So I wanted to share with you 10 things that I do that incorporate minimalism for focus and clarity. If you have things in your life that you do that are minimalistic, that give you focus and clarity, please make sure you share them with me so that I can read them and also all the other viewers can read them as well, because your knowledge and your tips really can help another person, including myself. All right, let's get started. Number one is I always sleep with a clear bedside table. I know this sounds a bit crazy, but having a clear bedside table and a clear bedroom is really important to me. Not having dirty clothes on the floor or towels or jewelry or a pile of books on my bedside table means I get a much better night's sleep. I don't worry about knocking something over on my bedside table in the middle of the night, or if I have to get up to go to the bathroom, tripping over or standing on something or breaking something. It means I get a much deeper, restful, high quality night's sleep. And when I wake up in the morning very early, I wake up with so much more energy and I feel recharged. So I recommend trying minimizing clutter and distractions and just stuff around you where you sleep at night. Number two, I am meticulously minimalist when it comes to text messages and emails. So much so that people freak out sometimes when they see my inbox and my text messages and how I just quickly delete things. The moment a conversation is finished with someone, I delete it, unless there is something I still need to do. My text messages and emails almost act as a list of things to do. But when I use my emails, I use my text messages, I only want to know what I have to focus on. I do not want to be distracted by old conversations or old memories. It's just a waste of space in my life. So go through and cull as many text messages and emails that you simply do not need in your life anymore. And if I ever do need something that's kind of important, I can always go to my trash and find it very easily. Number three is I keep my handbags in a minimalistic way, and I'm talking about what's inside. Now you guys know I love a good designer handbag, but I also want to make sure that I wear all those handbags. So I do two key things. Number one, I keep the stuff inside my handbag minimal. You won't find rubbish, old receipts, a collection of pens. I keep in my handbag simply what I need, which is normally my car keys, my wallet, and my phone. And even with PayWave and PayPass and Apple Pay, sometimes I don't even need to have my wallet. But the benefit of doing this is it saves me so much time because I'm not fumbling through my handbag, taking minutes to find coins and keys and things like that in my handbag. I can quickly see exactly what is in my handbag so I don't waste time. The other benefit to doing this is if I want to change handbags because I'm changing my outfit, and of course I want to make sure all my handbags get used properly, changing handbags is quick and easy. I don't need to empty out a whole pile of stuff just to change handbags. I throw those three things into the next handbag and off I go out the door. Really minimal. The fourth thing that I do, and this is the one that I probably struggle with the most out of all of these, is keeping my car tidy. Now this is hard for me because I have two dogs that shed a lot of hair. Rocco is messy and one of those kids that has to take stuff with him wherever he goes. And Tom is just like next level messy, which I will show you very shortly in an upcoming video. But I really try and make a conscious effort when I come home at the end of the day, when I park the car, to look through the car and see what I can take and put away where it belongs. So for example, just simply picking up rubbish in the car and putting it in the recycling bin. Any clothes that have been left behind, making sure that they get taken back into the house, folded up and put away. Rocco's toys, I will make sure he has to take out of the car and put back in his toy box. And anything else like Tupperware containers, water bottles, all those things go back to where they belong. Now the benefit to doing this is when I get in the car in the morning to start my day, I'm not like drowning in rubbish and distractions and clutter around me. I can get in the car and go. The fifth thing that I like to incorporate in my home for mental focus and clarity, and that is to keep my house tidy. I know at times it's definitely not clean, but I really try to stay on top of the mess. I make a conscious effort at the end of every day to either put the timer on for 10 minutes or simply, if I'm really tired, just put 10 things away. Now, by putting things away, clearing the surfaces at the very least, it means you start your day with a really fresh note. You're not starting the day off tidying and cleaning up. Now, this really also helps me have a good night's sleep because I feel like less stuff is surrounding me, overwhelming me, and drowning me and suffocating me. I'm going to share with you 2 things immediately that I do in my house at the end of every day. I normally set a timer for 10 minutes, and in the 10 minutes, I try and race to see how many things I can put away and tidy before the alarm goes off. Now, if you have a go at doing this, you'll be amazed as to how much of a tidy up you can do, especially when you're making it a fun challenge where you're trying to beat the clock. If I'm feeling really tired and I'm just ready for bed and I'm about to crash, I will simply say to myself, all right, just put away 10 things. And you'll be amazed when you do this, how much better your home looks by just simply putting 10 things away. 6th thing that I do is actually probably the second thing that I struggle with the most, and that is staying on top of my washing, minimizing excess dirty laundry. Now, because I have a minimalistic capsule wardrobe, I have to really stay on top of my washing, otherwise I can wake up one day and have only dirty clothes to wear, and that is not great. So I really make sure I use the dimensions rule. The moment my laundry basket is full, that means no matter what, no excuses, I must do a load of washing right then and there. The 7th thing that I do is one task at a time. I minimize multitasking. So by doing this, it means I get so much more done because I really get into a task. I get in the focus, I get in the zone, and I really power through, and I get a lot of stuff done in a really efficient time. For example, when I was writing my book, Mindful Money, I would say to myself, all right, Canna, sit down and write a chapter, or sit down and write 2,000 words. I would not let myself get distracted. I was extremely focused and extremely strict. So I wouldn't let myself reply to emails. I wouldn't let myself look at my phone or Instagram. I wouldn't take calls from people. I just focused on one task at a time. So minimize distractions as much as you can and only focus on doing one task at a time. Don't get tempted to multitask. Multitasking can be great, but only for certain situations. The 8th thing I do is I minimize my weekday socializing. Now, I'm going to sound like an antisocial hermit here, but I find that when I do too much stuff during a school night, it really messes up my week. I go to bed late, I eat late, I don't sleep well, I'm then tired and cranky in the morning. It has a really bad flow-on effect where it impacts the quality of my work and how much work I actually get done. So it's simply not worth it. However, if I have to go out during the week, I will really try and make sure that those activities are later in the week. So I've given myself a good opportunity to get a lot of work done before going out. And then of course, I let my weekends be about fun. That's when I can go out and socialize and get to bed late and not worry about the flow-on effect because it's limited and minimized within that window of a weekend. The 9th thing I do, which I'm really proud to share with you guys, and I hope you guys do this as well, and that is I minimize my bills. The moment I get a bill, I pay it. Even though it may not necessarily be due for a couple of weeks, I'm not going to waste the space in my head thinking I'm going to save interest on the 2 weeks that bill's due. I want to get that out of the way. So it means paying that bill the moment I get it. And I can press delete on that email, or I can put that piece of paper in the recycling bin. But minimize your bills, stay on top of it. And also it means you're always on top of your cash flow because you know exactly how much money you've got, and there's no false sense of security by seeing a large amount of savings in your account because you haven't paid your bills yet. And the 10th and final thing that I do around minimalism for mental clarity and focus, and that is fasting. Now, obviously at the moment I'm not fasting because I'm pregnant, but when I am fasting, it is absolutely incredible. I have no brain fog whatsoever. I spring out of bed with so much energy, focus, motivation, and determination. When I'm fasting, it's when I come up with my best ideas. It's when I feel most inspired. And actually in the morning when I'm fasting, when I get up at 5 a.m., I get so much work done before the start of the day. It is really incredible. All right, everyone, I really hope you've enjoyed this minimalism series. Don't forget to make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to make sure you switch on that notification button and let me know what things you do in your life that are around minimalism to help create more clarity and focus in your life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for Money Monday. Ciao for now.